do a little quick one. Keep it short and sweet. Got two little quick topics to talk about. First one being, we get the great news that Trump and Biden are going to do a little debate. It's going to be a running theme, I feel like, on all these videos. But I mean, does anybody give a shit? Is anybody watching that? You going to sit down, eat dinner, and watch two fucking old retards battle it out? I mean, what do you get out of it? I guess at least Trump makes it a little better because that's his thing, TV. He's the TV man, so he at least can be funny and shit and entertaining, but you're not going to get anything valuable out of it. It might be a little bit of a spectacle, but I mean, what value are you getting out of it? They're not going to actually talk about anything of substance. We're not going to get anything new. And as far as I understand it, they're going to do two of them. And I believe I heard that Biden's thrown some stipulations on it that there's no audience. So obviously he's doing that because that's Trump Dog's thing. He's full-blown play to the audience TV guy. And they'll mute your mic after your time's up, which is always interesting because I know any debater, politician on a stage likes to go over their time, which is whatever, but I mean, it's a debate. They ask some question that takes hours to parse out and understand, and then they're like, here's solve world hunger, here's 2 minutes, give us your position. It's like, what the fuck, what are we going to learn from that? There's no way. I think Trump is just going to hype himself up, I would say, and basically be Biden's bad. And I mean, Biden can't even barely talk, so I don't know what the point of that is. If you're going to sit down and watch that, let me know. I'd be curious I'll watch the clips probably the next day. I might watch it because, like I said, I ain't doing shit else. I got probably 45 minutes to just burn at work, so I can listen to that the next day or whatever, but I'm not going to watch it night of, waste my night at home. I think I watched the last one, like the last election cycle. I watched at least one of them, like the day after or whatever. Same sort of thing. I don't think it's going to be any better. I think, if anything, there's no way Biden hasn't gotten a little worse. They're going to be doping that motherfucker up. He's going to be high as shit out there trying to keep his speech together. I don't know if they're allowed to have teleprompters. I don't think so. So you got to go all off the top of the dome, and I don't know how that's going to work out. That'll be curious. The muting the mic thing is weird. I mean, yeah, like I said, you don't have enough time to explain. Would be interesting if they actually sat them down and did a podcast format. I'm sure all the older people wouldn't like that, but if you could sit two presidential candidates down for a 4-hour talk, that would be so much more interesting and useful to listen to. I mean, maybe not with the current presidential candidates, but if you had two people that actually knew how to think and were smart enough to do it, it'd be interesting. So we'll see how that goes. I'm sure I'll do a video whenever that happens. I think it's not until June, but I mean, like I said, I don't think we're going to gain anything out of that. Let me know if you're looking forward to it. If you can't wait to watch the presidential debate, I'm sure that'll be interesting. And like I said, I just want to keep it short today. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. It's interesting. Little graphic popped up on Twitter. I think either early this week or whatever, but I saw it a couple times, and today I took a better look at it, and it was a quick little chart. I might put it as try to make it the thumbnail of the video so you can look at it. It's a little graphic showing the yearly income you need to make in each state to live comfortably. I don't know what they're really calling comfortable, but Ohio's was like $206,000 a year. I know probably like 3 people personally that, if I had to guess, they would probably make that much money. 4 people maybe. There ain't many people around where I'm at that make $200K. I mean, probably some of the people that I work with that are like upper high in the company or upper management or whatever probably make something like that. But who I know personally, not very many people making $200K. I don't know very many people making $100K. that aren't like much older than me. So that's great to hear. I mean, fucking, you gotta make $200,000 now. Like I said, I don't know what comfortable is. Who knows? The motherfuckers might be like, to have 2 car payments and pay for 2 kids in childcare and send one kid to college and all this, and just a bunch of crazy expenses that aren't fucking real. But still, I think California and New York are almost like 300,000. If I had to give a real number, what it would take to live comfortably, where I live, what I make, I'd say I live comfortably. I'm shooting for like 80, 85K this year. If I push it, maybe like with overtime and stuff, might pull 90. But if I mean, I gotta drive far, but if I had to live where I live currently, and I could easily do it on 90K. It'd take a while to save up for a house because everything's crazy, but excuse me. But you can make it run. You can make a run with 60, 70K pretty easily, I think, where I'm at, where I live. You could do it. With kids and things, they get more complicated, but I'd say half of what their graphic says is reasonable. 100,000. But I mean, if you watch the other video by chance about the McChickens, I mean, everything's so expensive now that it's not that far out of reach to really think if you're a family of 5 people, 2 parents and 3 kids with student loans, house payment, car payment or 2, and some other things, you got to be looking at 200K a year probably. Like, that's not that crazy. Easily somebody could get in that situation. Don't recommend to do that. I mean, because who's making 200K? I mean, the median income for the county I live in, when I looked it up a little while ago, was like 56,000. And the county of Columbus, the city of Columbus is I think is like 78,000 for household income. So they're about 120, 130,000 off their 200K that you need to apparently live comfortably. But I don't think that's necessarily. It's possible, but not really realistic. Like I said, 100. If you can get to 100K in your household, you and your wife, you and your husband, excuse me, you can set out to make a pretty solid life. Right now, housing's the only thing that's like, ooh, that's tough. I don't know. Yeah, you might need 200K. You want to buy a $700,000 house. It's going to be pretty tough. If your cars are both $500 bucks a month or whatever, $50,000 cars, and your house is $700,000, you might need 200K. But like I said, don't do that. That's a bad move. Save your money, live below your means. That's the path we're on. 200K is a bad look, but I think we can get away with much less than that, and still be successful with making way less money than that. Obviously, you got to strive to make as much as you can, I guess. Make it while you got it. I'm going to work my overtime while I can. If they're offering overtime, I'm taking the overtime. I don't give a shit. Got to save up as much as I can, pay those student loans down, save up for the house. Because we ain't making 200K anytime soon. And if you're out there making 200K, let me know in the comments so you can tell me what job you fucking do. And I'll quit my job right fucking now. I don't know. As long as I don't have to go back to school, I'll do that immediately. But like I said, short video. Don't have a whole lot to talk about. Catch you guys in the next one. It's Friday, almost the weekend. And see you guys tomorrow.